Hello, Mayor Jeff Schielke speaking to you on Friday, June 4th, 2021. And I've got a few announcements to make today. One of the comments or calls we're getting is, when is the farmers market going to open on River Street? And I'm pleased to report that it's going to open tomorrow, June 5th, from 8 to 12 on North River Street. And it will be the first one, and this will then continue on till October when they have the last one. So the farmers are arriving. I'm told we have I talked to Beth Walker the other night, and she told me that we have seemingly a record number of vendors wanting to come in and some new products and whatever. So I'm very excited about that. And as you may already know, the boardwalk shops opened last weekend, so they will be open tomorrow. And I've had inquiries from several other mayors in the area about all this neat stuff that's happening in Batavia. So I'm wearing with great pride all the activities that Batavia is undertaking to do, because we seem to be catching the attention of a lot of people wondering how we do it and how we got it together and all this good stuff, how much it costs and everything else. We also, I point out that at the boardwalk shops last year, which was its first year, we have at least 3 of the merchants that were so pleased with the area down there that they have gone up to the top of the hill, and what the old timers will remember was the old Crane Johnson Funeral Home, and they have converted that into the Wilson Street Mercantile shops. And that is now open, and I'd encourage you to stop by and see that. It's right there at the top of the hill on the south side of the street. And so we've retained some of the businesses, and we're hopefully going to grow some more. And this gives everybody a chance to try their idea or their product out and see if they can make money on it. And it seems like last year when we did it, a lot of people did. So we are very, very pleased to be able to report that. I'm also pleased today to announce that on Monday night, June 14th, which is June 14th, as you may know, is U.S. American Flag Day. We are going to have a special Flag Day program in Batavia out here outside of City Hall, in the area where we are hopefully next year going to break ground for the Grand Flag Day monument that we are now about 3/4 of the way of raising the money to build. And we're working on some projects right now that hopefully will attain the buildable amount of money that we need, and we'll get that under construction. It's going to be a real interesting monument, because it's going to kind of trace the history of the American flag with some ways they're going to do some innovative things there. So I think you'll find it very interesting. But that was built, or is going to be built, in honor of Dr. Bernard Segrand, who was a Batavia resident who lived down on South Batavia Avenue. He was a dentist, and he was also very passionate about the American flag. And he was part of a group of individuals way back in the start of World War I that got Woodrow Wilson to proclaim the first American Flag Day on June 14th, because that supposedly is the date that Betsy Ross presented the original flag to the Continental Congress. So all that comes together, so we are hopefully going to have another new identity in Batavia when that gets built. But on the 14th from 7 to 8, there's going to be a special program. The Batavia Community Band is going to headline it, and they're going to play a number of patriotic songs, and there will be some brief remarks made by a couple of folks. And it's mostly just a concert, but we would encourage you all to come. I think they're going to stage it at the Peg Bond Center, which is just to the west of where the monument's going to be built. You can go down there. There's a sign on the plot there just to the north of the city's parking area where this is going to be, and the city has agreed to give the land for this to happen there. That's taken by the council a couple of years ago. So we've got a lot going on, and I encourage you to come down on June 14th at between 7 and 8 for a really nice patriotic band concert in downtown Batavia. I am told that we have some other things being planned. The Batavia Park District and the Batavia Main Street and Chamber and all those folks are looking at a new version of the Windmill City Festival. And I believe now it's going to be, I'm not exactly sure of the dates, but it's going to be in the latter part of August. And they're going to have several different locations in downtown Batavia where activities will be taking place. And I just think that, again, it's going to give us another chance to bring the community together. And of course, on July the 4th, coming up here in a few weeks, we are going to return with the Batavia Fireworks Show, which we had to postpone last year due to the pandemic. But we've ordered up the fireworks, and it's going to return to its usual location out at Engstrom Park. And the area behind the fire station is where we will be shooting the fireworks from, so we're not under anybody's house or anything else, or over anybody's house. And we're going to be doing that, and we expect a big crowd, because as many of you who go know, many people stake themselves out in one of the numerous parking lots along Randall Road in Batavia, and they can just sit there and watch it. So there's thousands of people out there. The police department jokes with me that at the end of that show, that is the annual worst traffic jam of the year that Batavia has, because we have literally thousands of people in the community wanting to see that and come out, and we all gather together. And you think about it, it really makes a nice sentiment about Batavia understanding the American story and paying tribute to its history, and how we are very fortunate that we have people who, for 70 years, all of the fireworks that have been fired have been paid for by donations. We've never used taxpayer dollars to buy any of the fireworks, and we're hoping to continue that tradition. So if you'd like to make a donation this year, please do, because we're near the money we need, but we do need to raise a little bit more, and we always like to have some to begin the next year in a savings account. So anyway, please think about making a donation to that. And Batavia is very fortunate to be a community where we have people who have a lot of love for the town, a lot of generosity, and there's a lot of admiration for a lot of folks. And many of these people that I'm aware of that make nice donations don't want any credit, don't want anybody to know they're doing it. They just want to do it out of the goodness and kindness of their heart. I know of a couple folks that, you know, if they go into Aldi grocery stores, or they go into the Jewel and they see somebody that appears to be struggling at the checkout counter, it's not uncommon for them to step up and buy groceries for somebody. So that's a very nice gesture, and we've got some really pretty faces in town that run around and do those types of stuff, and just add to the beauty of their heart and mind by the kindnesses that they show. So that's another great quality of Batavia. We also have a large number of senior citizens that make nice donations, and so the one case in point is the signs we have in front of both the east and west side fire stations were basically a donation from some of our friends up at the homestead. And there you go by, and we give you all kinds of information about what's going to happen or what you should be watching out for. So there's one out on East Wilson at the fire station, and one out on Main Street. So we have been blessed with a great community here, and at times like this, when we get opportunities to pay tribute to things like Flag Day, I'm very pleased that we have all this great support that we have in the community of Batavia. So I think I'm going to wrap it up today. I'm trying to keep this a very positive call or report. I could talk about some negative things, but I think I'll wait for another day. I've got really nice people surrounding me down here today, and I just want to keep a very positive spin in my mind, so I'm not going to talk negative today. So have a great week, and I look forward to talking to you next week.